Konnichiwa, Japanese Amo no Misa desu. Hey guys! Today we are going to learn more basic counters. If you haven't seen part 1, please go watch it first. But if you are not a complete beginner, you can also skip it. So in part 1, I've explained how to count generic objects. Remember, we used 2 after numbers. But the reading of numbers were a bit tricky, right? So for example, a cup, I could say kopp, or in this case, I could also say magu cup. So if I want to count 1 cup, I would say koppu hitotsu, koppu hitotsu. So we generally put the counter after the object, right? But if it's in a sentence, like I bought a cup, for example, then the word order was like object or how many plus counter, and then at the end you put the verb. So I bought a cup, 1 cup. We'd say コップを1つ買った or コップを1つ買いました formally. So in the sentence, you'd put a counter after a particle. And if I want to say I have 2 cups, or there are 2 cups, I would say cup ga 2 plus the counters for cups, the generic counter. And then you can finally put the verb that means exist. So I'd say コップが2つあります。コップが2つあります。Yeah, so I said we count things that we don't really know how to count with this counter つ, right? 1つ、2つ、3つ. So you might think that you don't have to learn other counters, you can just get away with this 2 counter, which is kind of correct, but you should at least know these basic counters that I'm going to teach today. Because if you want to say a sheet of paper, you don't want to use the counter 1つ, but you want to count a sheet of paper like 1枚. And I counted a cup as 1つ, right? But this is not a counter for counting the actual drink. So when I want to say a cup of tea, I wouldn't use the counter 1つ. I would only use 1つ when I'm only talking about a cup, not like a cup of tea, coffee. So when I want to say a cup of tea, I would say お茶一杯. お茶一杯. So you might have heard the word いっぱい, which means a lot. It's like たくさん, but a bit more informal. So they might sound very similar to you, but the intonation is different. When you want to say a lot, you say いっぱい、いっぱい, whilst a cup, we'd say 一杯、一杯. Do you see the difference? いっぱい、いっぱい. This is actually quite important to remember because, you know, if you say お茶一杯, then that means a cup of tea, whilst お茶いっぱい, then that means a lot of tea. So they mean different things. But you don't have to worry about the intonation when it's written. いっぱい as a lot is always written in hiragana, whilst いっぱい as a cup of, you'd write the word in kanji. But anyway, you can't say お茶一つ unless you're talking about like a tea bag. Then yeah, you can. But if you mean a cup of tea or even a glass of tea, you have to use this いっぱい. So if you want to say I drank a cup of tea, we would say tea or how many plus counter and then the verb drunk. So can you try? お茶をいっぱい飲みました。お茶をいっぱい飲みました。That means I drank a cup of tea, right? But if I want to say I drank lots of tea, I would say お茶をいっぱい飲みました。お茶をいっぱい飲みました。いっぱい、いっぱい. And then this counter is not just for cups but also glasses. So if you want to say a glass of wine, you can say ワイン一杯。 ワイン一杯. Although if you're talking about a bottle of water, it's different unfortunately, because a bottle is not counted the same way as cups or glasses. So one bottle we would actually say 一本. And this counter is used to count bottles, bananas, pens, long and cylindrical objects. So if I want to say I bought a bottle of water, which I do a lot, I would say 水を一本買いました. 水を一本買いました. Or I could even say ペットボトルの水を一本買いました. ペットボトルの水を一本買いました. And back to 一杯, you might hear サラリーマン say 一杯やりましょう. 一杯やりましょう. Or 今度一杯やりましょう. So 一杯 can be used to talk about a cup of tea, but also a glass of beer. It's the same in English when you say let's drink. A lot of people mean let's drink alcohol, right? Beer, wine. Most people wouldn't mean let's drink tea. So when Sarariman says 一杯やりましょう, which is kind of colloquial, but やる means do. So literally it's like let's do a cup, but they're basically saying let's get a drink or let's have a drink. Okay, so moving on to 2 cups or glasses of liquid, like water, tea, beer. You say 2杯, 2杯. So just like other counters, 一杯 was the weird one. It's not 一杯, but it's い small 2 and then パ and then い. Yeah, it's パ. And then 2杯, 杯 is the actual word. If you want to, for example, say I got drunk after 2 glasses of wine. Here we actually use the conditional form たら. If you haven't got to that grammar point, it's okay, but basically we would say ワインを2杯飲んだら. So here it means when I drank 2 glasses of wine, ワインを2杯飲んだら, and then got drunk, you could say 酔った 酔った. You could also say 酔っ払った. Alright, 3 3杯 3杯. This counter is crazy, isn't it? So first 一杯 P, right? Then 2 is 2杯 H, 2杯. And then 3 it's 3杯 3杯. So パハバ パハバ 1杯 2杯 3杯 3杯. And then 4 4杯 4杯. So back to H, パハバハ. And then 5 5杯 5杯. So you're thinking, oh, okay, now it's normal. But 6 glasses, 6杯 6杯. And then 7 7杯 7杯. So it's not 7杯, it's 7杯. Okay, 7杯. And 8 8杯 8杯. 9 9杯 9杯. 10 10杯 10杯. From 11 you say 10 plus 1杯 10 plus 2杯 13杯 14杯 and so on. So if you learn from 1 to 10, you can count the rest. And if you want to say how many cups, how many glasses, you'd say 何杯 何杯. So for example, how many cups or how many glasses did you drink? You can say 何杯飲みましたか何杯飲みましたか? And if you want to specify what they drank, like how many glasses of beer did you drink? ビールを何杯飲みましたか? ビールを何杯飲みましたか? So the numbers that have 杯 are 2杯、4杯、5杯、7杯、9杯. The rest are the weird ones. So 3杯, it was 杯, right? It's only 3, and when you want to say how many, that you say 杯. So 3杯 and 何杯, how many? The rest are 1杯、6杯、8杯、10杯. Yeah, so we use 杯 for counting a glass or cup of liquid. But you can also count a bowl of soup as well. So when you want to say, I had a bowl of soup, you'd say, スープを1杯. And then we actually say drunk. 飲みました。スープを1杯飲みました。So because we count soup with 杯, we also count ramen that's in a bowl with soup with this counter 杯. So you say ラーメン1杯、ラーメン1杯. Although when the chef counts ramen, when they get an order, they say ラーメン1丁. So they use the 丁 as a counter, ラーメン1丁. But most people when talk about ramen, soup, they just say はい1杯. So this was really weird, right? Sometimes you say はい, sometimes you say パイ, and then for 3, you say 杯, right? There is another counter that follows the same rule, はい、杯、パイ, which is 本. Do you remember I kind of briefly mentioned this 本? When you want to count a bottle of water, we say 水1本, 水1本. So 本 is used to count long and cylindrical objects. はい changed into パイ for 1, 6, 8, 10, right? This 本 also becomes ポン for 1, 6, 8, 10. So first let's learn how we count 1, 6, 8, 10 long cylindrical objects. One pen, we would say ペン1本, ペン1本. One hair, we also say 髪の毛1本, 髪の毛1本. When we want to say hair as the whole hair, we say 髪. But when we want to say like one or like two specific hair, or if a hair is on the floor, not on the hair, we tend to use the word 髪の毛, 髪の毛. But anyway, 髪の毛1本, 髪の毛1本. And not just the hair on the head, but if you're talking about eyelashes, you can also say まつげ1本. Or if you want to say I pulled an eyebrow, you'd say 眉毛を1本抜きました. 眉毛を1本抜きました. Also an umbrella, 傘1本, 傘1本. And also an arm, 腕1本. If you want to say humans have two arms, not everyone, but like generally speaking, humans have two arms, you'd say 人間は腕が2本あります. 人間は腕が2本あります. Not just arms, fingers as well. We have 10 fingers generally. So we say 指が10本あります. 指が10本あります. So I said 10本 here, but 10 is one of the weird ones, right? So 1本、6本、6本, 6 becomes 6 small 2 本, right? 6本, 8, 8本, 8本, and then 10本, 10本, 1本、6本、8本、10本. So these numbers have this circle that makes P sound, right? So it was the same for pie when counting glasses. 1杯、6杯、8杯、10杯. One thing you want to be careful is that if you know some kanji, you realize that the kanji for this counter means book. But you can't use this counter to count books, which is the weirdest thing that Japanese people decided. But yeah, we don't count books with hon, unfortunately. We'll get to how to count books in a minute. But first, let's learn how to count the rest of numbers. 1本 and then 2. 2本, 2本. So this is another interesting one. 2本 is how we say two long cylindrical objects. But you also realized 日本 means Japan, right? 日本, 日本, 日本. Can you hear the difference? 日本, nihon. Nihon, nihon. So let's say this pen is made in Japan. If I want to say Japanese pen, I could say Nihon no pen, right? Nihon no pen. If I want to say 2 Japanese pens, then I say Nihon no pen, Nihon. Nihon no pen, Nihon. So if you want to say I have or I own 2 Japanese pens, we would say Nihon no pen, Nihon mottemasu. So you can use this hon to count like swords and bokuto or bokken. Although there is actually a different counter that maybe professionals use. But if you watch anime, most anime characters would count bokuto or katana like ippon. Like Zoro from One Piece would say katana ippon. Katana ippon. I used to do kendo, and then when you make a hit, when you win, they say ippon. One attack with the shinai can also be counted like ippon. Okay, anyway, ippon, nihon, and then 3 would be sanbon. Sanbon, just like sanbai. Sanbai. So ippon, nihon, sanbon, and then 4 normal. Yonhon. 4本 5 5本 5本 6 6本 right 6本 7 7本 7本 8 with 1 8本 8本 9 9本 9本 10 with 1 10本 10本 Before we move on to counting books, I want to show another counter that follows the same rule of this P and B sound. Another counter that follows this rule is hiki, hiki, which is used to count small animals. So do you remember we counted people with hitori, futari, sannin. So basically we use this kanji and we usually read it like nin, but hitori, futari are irregular, right? You can't use hitotsu when counting people. It's the same with counting animals. You can't just say neko hitotsu because it sounds quite awful. It sounds like you're a psychopath, like you really don't consider animals as living things. So you want to learn this hiki in order not to sound like a psychopath. Anyway, this hiki is used to count dogs, cats, fish, even insects. Not really big animals like lions, giraffe, elephants. We would use the counter to, but most children would count even big animals with this hiki. So it's not wrong if you say 象が1匹いる, for example. I said children, but even adults count this way. But if you want to show off your Japanese skill, you could say 象が1頭いる. 象が1頭いる. Now, some animals are counted in a different way. Like a bird, we'd say 1羽. 1羽. This kanji for wa means wings. So it kind of makes sense like one wing. You know, 1羽, 2羽. And also rabbits are technically counted as 1羽, like birds, because a long time ago Japanese people were not allowed to eat animals except for birds, and when people were desperate and wanted to eat a rabbit, they ate rabbits, deceiving themselves that rabbits are birds basically. So they forced to count a rabbit like a bird. But anyway, you are meant to count a rabbit like 1羽, but a lot of people say 1匹 anyway, 1匹, because it sounds weird even to us, because 1羽 is meant to be used for birds, and then rabbits, they're not birds, so why do we have to count a rabbit like a bird? So a lot of people just say 1匹 anyway, so depends on you. If you want to be correct, go for 1羽, but if you say 1匹, it's not wrong. Probably even rabbit owners would say 1匹. Anyway, just like hai and hon, this hiki becomes biki and piki depending on numbers. So for hai and hon, It was 1, 6, 8, 10 that were like P sound, right? And then 3 were for B. So it's the same for this hiki. 1 dog, you'd say 犬1匹、犬1匹. And 6 cats, you'd say 猫6匹、猫6匹. 8 mice, ネズミ8匹、ネズミ8匹. 10 cockroaches, ゴキブリ10匹、ゴキブリ10匹. Oh. And if you want to say 3 dogs, you say 犬3匹、犬3匹. So for 3 it's 匹, right? And then if you want to say how many dogs do you have, you say 犬を何匹飼っていますか、犬を何匹飼っていますか. And if you want to say I have 1 dog, you can say 犬を1匹飼っています、犬を1匹飼っています. Okay, so the rest of numbers should just have 匹. So 2 dogs, 犬2匹、犬2匹. 4 dogs, 犬4匹、犬4匹. 5 dogs, 犬5匹、犬5匹. 7 dogs, 犬7匹、犬7匹. 9 dogs, 犬9匹、犬9匹. Okay, so these are the main basic counters that have this HBP thing going on. The rest of basic counters are pretty easy-ish. At least when they conjugate weirdly, it's the numbers that change, like something becomes small 2, not the counter itself. So now you see that 1, 6, 8, 10 are the weird ones. There is another counter that follows this same rule. So 1, 6, 8, 10 are the weird ones, which is ko, ko. So we use 2 for generic objects, like things that we don't know how to count, or like most things. We can also count most small objects using this ko. So in part 1, I briefly explained how to count 1 burger. We said hamburger 1つ, but we also said hamburger 1個, hamburger 1個. And sometimes this ko is better than 2 because 2 is good for counting up to 9 objects, whilst ko can be used for any numbers. Even 100, you can say 100個, 100個. If you want to say 1 eraser, you can say 消しゴム1つ、消しゴム1つ. But you can also say 消しゴム1個、消しゴム1個. So a lot of the time 1つ and 1個 are interchangeable. Anyway, let's learn how to use this ko. So I said 1, 6, 8, 10 are the weird ones. So 1個, you see that 1 changed to small 2. 1 became 1個. And 6, 6 becomes 6個, 6個. Again, small 2 appears. And then 8, 8 becomes 8個, 8個. And then 10, 10 becomes 10個, 10個. Just like the counter side, some people claim that 10個 is the correct way, but 10個 is how people really pronounce. So 10個 is fine. But if you don't want to, make some old people angry when writing, you can write like 10個. But really, the correct way in modern Japanese is 10個, 10個. Yeah, so numbers that have small 2 are 1個, 6個, 8個, 10個. The rest are normal number plus ko. So 2個, 3個, 4個, 5個, 7個, 9個. So for example, if you want to say, I ate 3 donuts, you can say ドーナツを3、3個食べた。ドーナツを3個食べた。This 一つ二つ one, you can't really say と because we don't use it. And also 11, you can't really do it with つ. But if you want to say 11 apples, you can say リンゴ11個。リンゴ11個。12 apples, リンゴ12個。リンゴ12個 and so on. Alright, now let's learn how we count books. So we don't use 本 to count 本, which is weird, but that's how it is. So for this counter, 1, 8, 10 are weird numbers that have small 2. Not 6 this time. 1, 8, 10. So one book we say 本一冊。本一冊. So as long as it's an object that looks like a book, so it could be manga, it could be comic books, it could be albums, it could be notebooks. Basically, things that have a spine that holds tons of papers. 一冊、一冊. So if you want to say, I read one book this month, you want to say this month because we generally put time relating word at the beginning. 今月, 今月 first, and then you can say book or one read. 今月本を一冊読みました。今月本を一冊読みました。And then when counting 8 books, we say 8冊、8冊. So again, ち becomes small つ。8冊. So if I want to say, I read 8 books this month, I would say 今月本を8冊読みました。今月本を8冊読みました。And then 10 books, you say 10冊、10冊. So if you want to say, I bought 10 manga, you say 漫画を10冊買いました。漫画を10冊買いました。The rest are normal number plus 冊. So 2冊、3冊、4冊、5冊、7冊、9冊. So from 1 to 10, 1冊、2冊、3冊、4冊、5冊、6冊. So this is normal. 6冊 and then 7冊 and then weird one. 8冊 9冊 10冊. So just remember that 1, 6, 10 are ones that have small 2 here. So 冊 is used to count books, right? Whilst if you want to count a sheet of paper, you have to use the counter 枚. So you count objects like origami because it's paper, right? Also, even t-shirts or shirts generally, handkerchiefs, towels, even CDs and plates, anything that are flat and thin. You say 枚. And we have a good news. There is no exception with this counter. So it's normal number plus 枚. So 1枚, 2枚, 3枚, 4枚, 5枚, 6枚, 7枚, 8枚, 9枚, 10枚. And from 11 it's the same. 11枚, 12枚, and so on. So pretty easy one. So I have a notebook here. So I would say ノート1冊. But if I rip a paper from this notebook, it becomes 紙1枚. 紙1枚. So if you want to say, give me a sheet of paper, please, you want to say, 紙を1枚ください. 紙を1枚ください. Okay, the last basic counter you want to learn is 台. This die is used to count machines and cars. So machines including computers and fridge. And this counter again has no exception. It's normal counter plus die. So if you want to say, I bought a computer, you'd say パソコンを1台買いました。パソコンを1台買いました。2、2台、2台。So I have two computers. パソコンが2台あります。パソコンが2台あります。3、3台、3台。I have three cars. You say 車が3台あります。車が3台あります。4、4台、4台。5、5台、5台。6、6台、6台。7、7台、7台。8、8台、8台。9、9台、9台。10、10台、10台。By the way, 10代 can also mean teen or teenage. If you also say number 年代, then that means like 80s, 90s. So 80年代 it means 80s. So like 80s music, you say 80年代の音楽, but it's a different 感じ. And we're talking about machines, so we want to say 10台。トラックが10台あります。Alright, so I hope you found this lesson helpful. Basically, you want to be careful with 1, 6, 8, 10. The rest should be normal number plus counter. Once you learned these counters, you can count most things. If you're not sure how to count certain things, just use 一つ. If it's something small, you can just say 一個, right? Except people and animals, because if you say 友達一つ, it doesn't sound like that person is your friend. You know what I mean? So be careful. Alright, thank you for watching. じゃあまたね。バイバイ。